Yo, what is going on, guys? Lottery Sucks here. I know it is late right now. However, I did a little bit of chart analysis on AMC, and I wanted to touch on what's coming up with earnings and the chart. I just want you to know that everything I say is in my opinion, and I wanted to put that out there because I am making some shot-in-the-dark callouts that some people might not agree with. So again, just take this with a grain of salt. Hopefully you enjoy watching. Let's get into it. Alright, so if we scroll down here, we can take a look at the previous earnings calls for AMC. You can see that Q3 we beat estimates by 19% for earnings per share, and then 56%, then 2%, and then 12%. However, the last quarter of Q22 we missed on revenue, down 1.49%. And of course, if we are trying to eliminate the short thesis with fundamentals, that does matter. However, the first and second time we ran, both of those times did not matter. You'll understand why we're talking about it later on in the video. But real quick, while we touch on the charts, it costs you nothing to do it. Just remember to hit that like button. Don't hit it too hard because I don't want you to break your computer or your phone screen. But okay, so if this is the first time you're watching my channel, you're probably staring at my screen like, what the hell am I looking at? Well, AMC has been following along these parallel channels, and I tracked it literally just to the first time it played out this way. However, another thing that we've been tracking are the cycles, and you can see them in the time frames in red. And the third thing we've been tracking is the fib time zone that we laid out way back here in March of 2020, and that next time zone is occurring right around this time frame. However, you have to keep in mind that with cycles, there are cycle delays, inverse cycles, etc., and they're a little bit tougher to point out. Okay, so the most recent thing we looked at was AMC trading along these parallel lines, right on the median line, and you saw it back here for a full cycle, you saw it back here for a full cycle, and finally, this is the third actual time that you're seeing us hover on this line. And just in case you guys don't know what line I'm talking about this median line on the parallel channels. So just keep that in the back of your head. Now here's what I find interesting that I just laid out for you is that the first time AMC peaked to the second time it peaked, right? We're going off the $20 run to the $70 run. This was a 120-day period. Now, if we just lay that out and clone it out, and we take a look, 120-day period, here's what you're gonna find, right? So on the next 120-day period mark, you see this candle with the very weird wicks where we hit a bottom and we hit a top, and essentially volume more than doubled than the previous day. Now, again, we go over to the next 120-day level, and you will find that this is when we hit a low on the stock and we kind of got the same freak out motion as the first time. And you see it again, we have a little bit of a peak and a low, and the next time we hit that will be January 24th of 2023. However, this is not the main thing I'm looking at, right? You see, the first time AMC traded on the median line of the channel, we had a huge break to the upside and we hit $70. Now, the second time AMC actually traded on this median line on this channel for a specific amount of time, we actually broke to the downside and we found a new low. And in my opinion, these 120-day spans are the market maker's way of laying out checkpoints on the chart. You see, now at the same exact time frame with the same amount of time in between, AMC is playing out the same exact way. However, this time is a little bit different. See, if you take the bars pattern from the first time it did this, this looks very, very similar to where we're trading at now, with of course a little bit of a stretch and a little bit of leeway like we talked about before, inverse cycles and cycle delays. Ultimately, you can see the same exact pattern playing out right now. And essentially, you know, if that was the case, and if you guys did believe what I'm saying, because in my opinion, this is what's most likely to happen, then in that case, you would see this big move to the upside. Now, this is not definitely a definite thing that will happen. However, take a look at this red line. I went over to the earnings chart for AMC, and if you take a look at the 2021 earnings call from May 5th, you will see that EPS estimate was minus $1.28 a share, and we actually lost more than that at minus $1.42 a share. If you go over to when the earnings call actually occurred, this is the same exact time frame as the first cycle that played out on AMC. Now this is, okay, all of these things could just be a coincidence. That is perfectly fine, and let me give you the bearish scenario, right? The bearish case scenario If you break under $5.40, a strong break, you're going down to see $3.50, and these hedge funds are going to take it to a new low by January 23rd of 2023, and that is the conclusion. However, November 8th, in 2 days, AMC will have its earnings call, and based off of the chart, you're going to see a huge move one way or a huge move another, and this is exactly why this video is urgent. I don't know what I'm going to title it or thumbnail it, but it is urgent for you guys to see, because this is going to dictate who really has diamond hands and who is in this till moon or bust. Also, this earnings call is going to dictate if Adam Aron is going to keep his mouth shut or he's actually on the shareholders' side. I just want to point this out and let you know that there is not much more room for AMC to fall. With all of these things correlating together and earnings call coming up, just expect a big move. In my opinion, I'm going to throw a shot in the dark and come out and say I'm bullish on AMC. I'm bullish on what's to come, especially the new movies that are coming out. Now, even if earnings don't come out the best, some upcoming movies that will be shown in theaters will probably break the box office and bring in a ton of revenue for AMC. You have Marvel Phase 4, and if you take a look at the top weekend theater averages for the box office gross sales, you will see that a Marvel movie is on the top. Avengers Endgame is on the top. Spider-Man is on the top. And then at number 4, you see another Marvel movie, Avengers Infinity War. So off rip, this is already going to be huge. Not only that, but you have another Black Panther movie called Wakanda Forever. And if you take a look down here at the release date for theaters, it is releasing November 11th, so 3 days after AMC's Q3 earnings call. And if you come over here to the weekend gross sales again, number 6, you have a Black Panther movie. And again, this is worldwide. This is the best box office sales. And if you look all the way to the right for the distributor, you are going to see Disney all the way down the line. Speaking of Disney, Disney's earnings are this week, and I know some people in the free Discord, which you can join, link down below, are going to be playing it. So you guys let me know in the comments if you are going to be playing Disney. But not only that, another huge movie is Avatar: The Way of Water, which will be coming out, Ant-Man and the Wasp. So ultimately, just get ready for these new movie releases, and this earnings isn't going to dictate everything about the company. So of course, let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. Share the video, like the video, subscribe, because we are almost at 7K subs. I really want to get to 10K so we can start a podcast and definitely talk more on AMC and this whole market manipulation and the terrible market structure. So that is it, guys. Hopefully you found value. Again, please leave a comment because I want to know what your minds are thinking. Also, make sure to hit the link pinned in the top of comments down below for a commission-free trading app that will give you $10 for just signing up and depositing even a penny. It takes 5 minutes out of your day. Not only that, they're giving you 15 free stocks on top of that for signing up and depositing certain amounts. That link will be pinned in the top comments and linked at the top of the description down below. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.